Shamps and Giggles. History, news, views, and reviews from Shamps and Giggles back for 2024. Oh my lord.
Big things on Shamps and Giggles. Put that woman first. Yoland is in the building. Sophia is there. Elaine is here. What a fire tablet demo, coach demo. Miss Bailey's in the building. Lord of his mercy. Schultz. Lord of his mercy. Queen. Toronto is the full crew. Lord of mercy. We are talking to things. But yeah, listen, what's going on? I mean, Dion, you never heard them thing yet? iPhone, Angela, Debo. Listen, I'm hearing that Will, he's got a little things on the side. Now, I'm just talking to things as I've heard. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking to things as I've heard. By the way, shampsandgiggles.co.uk. You can find the website. And by the way, Trisha Black because our website, clearly black, yeah, blackface on thing. If you can't get through shampsandgiggles.co.uk, right, go incognito and then do shampsandgiggles.co. Because I was like, I found a situation like that, I couldn't get through that. Somebody said go incognito, and I got to, I was like, what? They got some racist cookies out there. You have to know about these things, you know. shampsandgiggles.co.uk. But yeah, so the wires have been talking. I mean, and the wires are talking, saying how Will's got a bit some things on the side. So I just thought I'd just bring up the conversation. I don't know what I don't know. Maybe somebody knows something. Somebody's heard something. I don't know. I mean, but so there was a time when Kate took the family picture, and of course she wasn't wearing the ring, and you know, let me just give you like a sneak preview into the family chat here. Look, so I don't know if you can see that here. Look, so William's been cheating, and this is the young lady he's been cheating with. Looks like Kate. Now I don't know, unverified reports, unverified. I don't know, and I just heard on the wire from the youth them, and yeah, it's like wow, it came as a bit of a surprise to me, to be fair. You know, keep your hands up, type of thing. I don't know.
I'm not sure about this. I think people just spinning people's yarn here. It's probably because of what nobody situation Kate was in at the time, and there was speculation about what was wrong with her and this, that, and the other. And I think people are just adding fuel to nonsense. There's no way I can't see William having no affair. I just can't.
Well,
I just can't.
Why not?
Because I don't think he's that way inclined. He's not his dad's makeup. He's not like his father. He's just not. He's just not. So I would be very, and it's similar to like Harry. I don't think they've got it in them to do that. I doubt it very, very much. Can't see it, and I will not believe it until it's proven.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I mean,
I'm a royalist. I'm a royalist.
Most of us are in the camp, Keith. Though. I mean, we don't want to think these things. You know, most of us. Look, Toronto Carolyn, she's there with her apron on, doing her cooking, and she had to put the camera on because, like, let's see what is this happening here. Hey, you know, now Rose Handbrand is the name in question, and you know, it's funny the things that people know and the timing of the timing of these things, and I think, as you're saying, Keith, the things, you know, speculating because, you know, she's not been visible or this. It's speculation. I'm thinking in your camp. Lisa, your hand is up. Come in, talk the things.
I was going to say,
Or have I gone blink?
Smiley, what does a cheater look like?
Oh Lord. Well, there you have it.
Well, it's not William. So it's not William. So a cheater don't look like William.
Look, it's all alleged, so we don't know what happens behind closed doors. A lot of the news that comes out from the royal family comes from their publicists, and they're supposed to look a particular way. So however we might think that they are, not necessarily are that way that they are, because the way that they have to present themselves to the public. So I'm not saying that he has been having an affair, but if he was having an affair, it wouldn't surprise me.
Really?
No, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, he's the heir to the throne. Like, he can do whatever he wants to.
That was the old days. That's King Henry VIII and Island Man there.
Whoa, wait. Wait a minute. That was the old days. I mean, since when was there a king that did not have an affair?
We don't know, but what's the old days? It's new days. People are still having affairs. What makes them so different?
Wow. Well, therein lies a question, Keith. Keith, he's a man, isn't he? The guy's what's his name? William. He's a man.
William. Yeah, yes, he is a man, but I just don't think he would do that. Seriously. His dad, yeah, okay. He got his father's trait, but I can't see William. No, nor if anyone said William or Harry, I'd say no chance. Devoted.
Okay, I think Harry's the devoted one more. So I mean, he's left for his wife, isn't he? He's left the country, left it all behind. Said, no, wife's number one. I'm gone.
Edward as well. Edward devoted with Sophie. You know?
Oh, there you are, yeah. But William hasn't done much, to be fair.
No. So that's why I say, nah, can't see it.
TMJ, Lord of mercy, what the going wrong here? TMJ, what do you reckon? Oh, the hand was up, went down, disappeared, and said nothing.
Yeah, I put it down for her, but
oh, TMJ. Well, you know. They have a name, though. They have a name for the potential individual. They have a name. Like in the time of Prince Charles, now King Charles, whilst he was with Diana, they had a name. And that name is now Queen Consort. Do you know what I mean? So with this whole will saga, I mean, let's call it what it is. Let's call it a heart. There's a name. There's a name. And it just, for me personally, of course, being of the male gender, if there's a name, it calls a lot more into question.
That person's just looking for stardom, likes. They're just looking for those sort of thing. Because I bet you this person is in America. I guarantee you. Where's this person, in London or is it America? I guarantee you some fruitcake somewhere else. Trying to take the limelight. So to me, no, not Naguansa. So,
I think whoever the name is obvious. I would assume she would deny it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I would assume she would deny it.
That's probably why not Harry, sorry. Beg your pardon. That's why William hasn't said anything. He's not gonna rise to this silly bait,
I think it is bait, and I do agree. if he were to say anything,
It
would add fuel to the fire. I definitely,
absolutely,
I think.
absolutely.
You know, I think this is TMJ says it's in the UK, it's well documented, and she's supposed to be a friend of Kate. Oh Lord, this is in close proximity, mate. It's in close proximity. I mean, I know you're a loyalist, but oh Lord, you might be having to take a hit. You're gonna put money on it. You're gonna put money on it.
Well, see what Miss Leisha's got to say.
50 quid.
Yeah, let's see what Miss Leisha's got to say.
Leisha, your hand is up. Come in, talk the things.
Neither of them are going to say anything. They're going to do exactly what the Queen Elizabeth did, which is to keep stum. Don't talk, just keep stum.
What? Accept it. Big up Toronto. Accept it. You think?
No, just don't say anything. Just don't.
Hold on a minute. Well, oh Lord, now these rumors are hotting up. That's the thing. The rumors are hotting up. So they don't say anything. They do say something, but people clearly know because there's been a name.
And you know Uber's going to cost you more now.
I mean, Toronto, come in, talk the things. You know about them thing there. You're there in Canada.
Oh, this is my gorgeous son. This is my son.
Yeah.
He's not caught up in an affair, is he?
This is my son, my one and only.
Young
Lovely.
man, what's on? Nice to see you. You're there on British radio. Your favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not even listening. He's talking to. Yeah, he's on his way to catch a flight in a snowstorm. Good luck, buddy.
Good luck with that, mate.
Yeah.
In the snowstorm, is the plane going to take off?
Yeah,
Cancel and go back tomorrow.
Keep safe. That's the main
Yeah,
thing. Keep safe.
you do well. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Later. Safe journey.
All right.
Enjoy.
All right. Safe journey.
I'll show you what's going on outside.
Oh, we're drawn over to Canada live. We're currently in the month of March. They're in a snowstorm.
And this has been going on since morning. This has been going on since morning. And this is what's going on. This is what it looks like, folks.
There's inches of snow. Oh, look at it. It's white. It's a blanket. I wish it was like that here. To be fair, I'd be up the snow mountain and going down in my sled. Look at it. It's white all over. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Have you got your snow? We've been getting rain
going on since this morning.
Since this morning. No way.
Yeah.
No way.
So we call it Sprinter.
Oh, you guys, they figured out a name for it. You know what? The funny thing is,
Sprinter.
Name for everything. Sprinter. Spring, winter.
Thank you for indulging me.
And actually, the clocks are going forward for you guys. Did it go forward?
Yeah, we've already gone forward. So now you're only 4 hours ahead of me. And so my timing is off now because usually you're 5 hours ahead,
Right.
but our
Yeah.
clocks went back last week. So you're 4 hours ahead
They're,
the next few weeks.
they're officially in spring and it is snowing. Okay, we call it climate change is in full effect. But hold on, wait. The climate is changing over here. Kate has a rival in the name of Rose Hanbury. Let's just hear a few words, just a few seconds. Let's see what they have to say about this alleged, and I did see in the chat, it said alleged, right? So we have to use the terminology, right, kids? We have to use the terminology. Alleged affair. Let's have a listen.
People have been worrying about Princess Catherine ever since her abrupt disappearance from the limelight for a planned surgery. Interest intensified after a photo intended to show the public that she was on the mend was shown to be heavily edited. Conspiracy theories about Kate exploded after that photo was released, and many of them had to do with the notion that her husband, Prince William, was having an affair with Rose Hanbury, the Marchioness of Cholmondeley, a rumor that he can't seem to escape. Hanbury, a friend of the royal family, finally felt the need to clear the air, and according to a Business Insider report from March 16, 2024, her attorneys released a statement saying that the rumors were false. Kensington Palace has also chosen to remain silent, and up until this point, the rumors are just that, rumors.
Well, there you have it, Keith. I see.
See, rumors of war. It's a rumor. That's right. Rumors, them spreading. Yes, it's nonsense. Absolute nonsense.
Wow.
Yeah. It's yeah, just someone wants to get some sort of kudos and some
Could
stardom.
she have been someone he had a fling with whilst he was at college?
Nah, she's not his type. She's not his
Yeah.
type. Yeah, you
No.
see her face. The viewers can't see, the
Well,
listeners
she
can't
looks
see her
like Kate.
face, but she looked like Kate. She looked drawn out. Nah, he won't go
Same
nowhere.
hair colors, Kate.
True, but
Nah. I mean, as Leisha says, I mean, it could be you know what's so sad about it? Once the allegation is launched, you literally become the victim. So right now, suspicion swirling around his head of, oh, is he, isn't he? Well, is he, isn't he? I mean, he looks like, or he doesn't look like, or what's the cheater look like? I mean, you never can tell. So, you know what I mean? Automatically, he's put into the limelight as possibility. The possibility's there. It's saying it. Allegations are definitely. Allegation. I mean, it's just an allegation. The rumors are false. And, you know, poor girl, Rose, that wants nothing to do with it.
no.
And, you know.
Another innocent party. Yeah. So the photographers and that would be outside her house now.
They'll be out.
Yeah.
Anything she does.
Looking in the bins, looking at friends, see if a friend won a grass and say something and get 10 grand. Yeah.
If somebody were to come up with a picture, Keith, if somebody came up with a picture 15 years ago, him and this, whatever they
woman.
The media will buy that for a couple million and say, look, here's the evidence.
Yes.
He was with her 10 years ago and whatever.
Yeah, looking to rekindle.
Look, bro, I mean, come on now.
Nonsense.
Man, it's so sad.
Yeah, it's nonsense.
And funny though, it's coming at a time. You know what? This is what's so sad about it. The girl's, she's just been diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah.
And now you're going to bring up this whole issue of potential. I mean, isn't she going through enough?
Yeah, wickedness. The people that are wicked.
Understand me though?
Yeah.
I mean, we call them real haters, yo. That's what you call real haters.
Haters.
It's real haters.
They said the allegations of William having an affair came before Kate mentioned that she was in hospital and that she had this going through this cancer treatment as well. This is well before. This has been going on for several months. They've been talking about her.
Yeah, they've been talking about her for 7 months. But as what we just heard, it was when she went missing, and she went missing because she was not well.
Yeah, but they're saying that they've been saying that he's been having an affair for a while. It's been on and off about William having an affair. But when she went missing, this is the thing. When Kate went missing, people were concerned because they're saying, why she just disappeared like that? Where is she?
Right.
And the palace didn't say anything. So they say, why? What's going on? Are they getting rid of her, or what's going on? So a lot of conversations a lot of happening in the internet streets.
And then it's speculation. Don't you hate it? Speculation. They start speculating. Keith, your hand is up. Speculating.
Yeah, speculation, and people ain't got nothing to do in their own lives for them to come out with this dribble. You know,
got nothing to do.
They've got nothing to do in them. Yeah. The curtain twitchers that want spread foolishness. So for me,
Hold on, back up there a minute. Curtain twitchers.
Curtain twitchers. When they're looking, oh look, look, yeah, curtain twitchers. You know what I mean? And that's what they are. Curtain twitchers.
My Lord. I mean,
so for me, yeah, it's just nonsense. They're just something to add, something to say. I don't think this is going to take off. I think, I've just put it in the back of my mind. And although some people say, it may have been before Kate came out and said that she had cancer and illness. But listen, Kate knows this woman. William knows this woman. And really and truly, I don't think that they've got anything to worry about. It's just, as I said, rumors.
Rumors them spread. I think we shouldn't give this.
We should drop that tune. We should drop that tune for Kate. Should like it on the radio. Rumors them spreading. Yeah.
On them thing there, because it's just I mean, seriously, we can't give this anymore. It's just foolishness, really. We got to put this to one side. And Alicia, you can't be saying what does a cheater look like, because obviously a cheater can look like anyone, but we can't start ascribing to William based on speculation.
It's just rumors.
It's just rumors.
Yeah, it's rumors. But the thing about it is that the rumors got to come from somewhere. And a lot of the big newspapers have been talking about it.
Yeah. Because that's how they get people to read the papers.
Yeah. But then, at the end of the day, it's just keeping the royal family's name in the newspapers.
Yeah. And tarnishing their name where they can, because that's what they did to Diana until she did.
Yes, she did. Yes. So they want to do it to her son now. Yeah.
Now, big conversation. We have to come in here, main conversation, feature topic, because this is a level of high foolishness that's going on. We don't know the ins and outs of it because we're not the police force, are we? And apparently, Black women are being killed and found near bodies of water. And the police do not find it to be suspicious. Apparently, there has been 6 women or 4 bodies, and I think it's up to 6 now, that have been found. Now, let me just play the video that's going around right now. If you're Black, of course it's concerning. Of course it's concerning. Black man, woman, it doesn't matter, because obviously, me, I have 4 sisters. Okay, I have a significant other. I have daughters. I mean, there's a lot of women in my life when I think about it. They're all Black. So, I wouldn't want to find any one of them washed up near water and then it not be taken or considered suspicious. Of course it's considered suspicious, somebody dead near water. I mean, this police force, I mean, seriously, they're arresting men that are clearly dressed for work and finding bodies and saying it's not suspicious. I mean, they clearly got it back to front. I mean, let's just have a quick listen and then we can talk the thing. I think this is a serious situation.
This TikTok is speculating that there could be a serial killer operating in London targeting young Black women, linking it to the discovery of 4 bodies found in water. The most recent case was Samaria Ayani. The 19-year-old student was found in the River Thames on February 22nd, but the investigation has attracted criticism because she was only reported missing by her university on March the 8th, and the police only managed to link her to the body on March 13th, 3 weeks after it was found. 4 Black Women UK then tweeted the names of 6 Black people who were found dead near bodies of water since 2020. The deaths were ruled as non-suspicious, but the investigations have been criticized as too quick and superficial, leading to speculation as to why those young Black people, mainly women, have suddenly been found dead. Blessing Olusogun's death was ruled accidental in a one-day inquest after she was found on Bexhill Beach. However, her mother insisted that she couldn't swim and wouldn't have gone into the water intentionally. It's a similar case with Richard Okoroge. Black people are 4 times more likely to go missing than white people in the UK, are less likely to be found by the police, and less likely to be categorized as at risk. People have also highlighted disparities in the media attention received Sarah Everard in comparison to non-white women, especially as Black people are overrepresented in these missing person statistics. But do you think these cases could be connected?
Well, they have it. I mean, come on now. I mean, Black people are more likely to go missing and be underreported. I mean, she said it all there, to be fair. Sarah Everard, go missing one day. The next day, they found the guy. They found the body. He's arrested. He's locked up. There's a vigil. The vigil is interrupted by the police. It's unlawful. Compensation. I mean, everything took place literally like clockwork. But Black people, all of them go missing, and it's not suspicious. What's going on? What's up with that? I mean, come on. Why us? Again, you know, why do we have to be found dead by a body of water washed up in the beach when we can't swim? And how can that not be suspicious? It just begs belief. It really, really does. And, you know, we're not the police, so we can't report on it, can we? We ain't got the time to investigate. I mean, we're at work. I mean, you know, we're trying to make ends meet. You know, we're trying to make a living. You know, For Black Women UK. So if you didn't know, there's a website. It's called For Black Women UK. And so, sisters, at least somebody's looking out, right? When you're at work. And because somebody's looking out, or maybe it's a TikTok, because somebody's looking out, they post it on social media, the multiple occurrences. 16-year-old Kimberly is missing from Enfield, the N9, Hornsey area. Described as female, lighter skin complexion, 5'7" tall, slim build with shoulder black and a nose ring. You know, there's Blessing, Richard Okorienge, Olisa Odukwi, Kayon Williams. I mean, there's names of Black people who have turned up dead near bodies of water. How can it be non-suspicious? How can that be? I mean, who does that? Who does that? I mean, seriously, you can't just show up dead. Anytime anybody if you went out on the street and somebody did that dead, that's got to be suspicious, right? Oh, look, somebody just died. Nothing to see here. Keep it moving. Come on, of course it's got to be suspicious. I mean, and so it just begs belief. For Black Women UK, by the way, they're on Instagram. It just begs belief that as it was said, Black people are underrepresented in the media. But here we're showing up dead and we're being under-investigated. So nobody cares about us. Is that the message? Come on now. So if they don't care about, call it the white media, then we have to care about this. See? And then if we go about putting ourselves together and they call us militant, they got all these names and all the rest of it for us. But multiple women have shown up dead or missing. And it's not good. It's for multiple reasons, and it's totally unacceptable. So For Black Women UK is a website for Black women and spreading awareness about Black femicide, sexual violence, domestic violence, and missing cases of Black women and girls in the UK. Alicia, I just saw your hand. Join in the conversation if you 86% of women in the UK of African or Caribbean heritage have either been a victim of domestic abuse or know female family members who have been victims. Yeah. However, underreported again. But that's in our community. When you just show up dead, there is a whole nother issue going on. Look at this one here. By the way, I'm looking at the Instagram page just to show you of For Black Women, for Black Women UK. Look, missing person. Police are appealing for help in locating situation of Kimberly, who's missing in Enfield. And please call 101 if you happen to see her. How do people go missing? So the question then is, in view of these situations going on, Lisha, I do see your hand. In view of these situations going on, what preventative steps can we take? Lisha, start to take your hands up.
think in cases, some cases, the police have got to be notified that somebody's missing. Otherwise, nobody knows that they're missing.
True that.
So that's one. But the thing is that hello.
The police of Samaria. Yeah, I'm here. We can hear you. It might be my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just use a other device just in case. Is in the case of Samaria, her body was found the same day it went missing, and they failed to identify her for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's shocking because it's weird that they couldn't identify her. No records found of her, no dental. They couldn't contact the dentist and find out if there were any dental records of her. But that's where they normally go. You got missing your dental records. That's how they'd normally find out who you are, through your dental records.
Right.
One of the ways. There's a family member who would say, my sister or aunt or whoever it might be is missing. This is a picture of them. Have you found them? Or was it reported by their family? But I think in her case, it was the college or university that mentioned that she was, yeah.
But what was the police doing for 2 weeks?
Well, this is what they do in the body for 2 weeks, but where was the family as well? Why did she not have any friends or family that would
maybe not
find out how she was?
Traveled to the country, and she may have traveled to the country alone. And you hear about these cases quite often. I came to the UK. I was watching Dragon's Den the other. Came to the UK alone. I had £2,000 in my pocket, and I started a business. So
Yeah.
there are people that are here alone, and they don't have family members.
Yeah, but it doesn't stop your family from calling you, even if from abroad. Like there's telephones and there's mobile.
Yeah, but that's right. So the family haven't heard. They're abroad. They haven't heard from you for 2 weeks. Not a long time.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that it's unusual that somebody would. Well, she looks like she's quite a popular girl. I don't know what a popular girl looks like, but she looks quite popular. But why?
She looked young and sexy. That's what she looked like. She looked young and sexy.
She looks very well turned. She looks very nice and presentable.
Yeah.
But it's sad that somebody should unfortunately die in a. We don't know if she drowned or anything like that, or if somebody did something to her and her body was found in water. But it's quite sad that there's no news of her family saying anything. I don't know. It'd be interesting to find out about her family, what her family are doing as well, and her friends.
By the way, if she got family abroad, let's say you're from Africa, you come from the Caribbean. I mean, the family might not have the means to travel over to come and do the investigation. Let's just be fair, right? So you gone missing. You know what? It's on you. I mean, that does happen.
Can I say something as well? They say that sometimes the person who may abuse you or murder you is somebody that you know.
Mate, you're absolutely right.
It could have been a friend, could have been a boyfriend, it could have been somebody who might have stalked her. I don't know, but it's very, very sad.
You're quite right. Could be quite often somebody you know. Yeah. There was a case, if you watch those, whatever they call on TV, investigation files or whatnot, there was a case of this white dude who is a gay guy, and he'd go on the gay website, find a young gay guy, 24, 23, that kind of age, and then he would inject them with some stuff and literally kill them. They found the bodies near to where he's lived, and 3 people had died before they started making the connection. So yeah, somebody or somebody, it could be somebody on the dating, but it could be anyone. It's surprising that there's these kind of people in existence that will kill you. Who goes out thinking that someone's going to kill me? but awareness needs to be put forward of this situation where there are Black women showing up dead and the police is considering it to be non-suspicious. I have issue with that. I think that's a problem. Sarah Everard. Okay. I mean, we can take a pause for the cause there, but it's yeah, it's one of those things. By the way, let's not bother with a commercial break. Let's just continue on with the discussion because something else is happening here. And regarding Grenfell, I think it was Keith that brought this bad boy up. I don't know if you got time to mention it during the banter.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you did not?
No, I didn't, because we had so much going through, but it's such an interesting conversation, I believe, or issue.
Yeah. This one here in Grenfell, I can't, you know, there's a lot of money been coming out, you know, the Grenfell Tower firefighters, they got 20 million in damages. And there was a number of them, isn't it? So, you know, about $1 million each they got in compensation after they sued the construction companies, the landlord of the council block, and the London Fire Commission. Yes,
that's correct. Because they sued them because they said the stay put policy should never have been in place. Had they not had the stay put policy in place, they believe a good few members of their families would have been alive still, because they would have all just rushed out. But when they made the initial call and the 999 call and got through, it was said that the fire brigade command center told them to stay put. That's the policy. Stay in. We will be there to get you.
I mean, that really makes no sense, though, don't it?
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
this is
stay where you are. There's a fire going on. Stay where you are. I mean, surely it should be like, can you get to a place of safety? I mean, I don't know. Alicia, your hands up.
To work in offices, when a fire alarm goes off, so when you first start, you're told if the fire alarm goes, there's a meeting point, and the meeting point is X. Yeah.
Outside the building.
Right. Now, sometimes there are test fire alarms. So they'll tell you there's going to be a test fire alarm at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, test fire alarm at 10 o'clock. And then at that time, you'll meet at a meeting point.
No, there'll be test ones. So you wouldn't move from your seat because you know it's a test. But if that fire alarm was to go off and you didn't know that there was a fire, there could be a fire, it might not be a fire, you would leave the premises because you've been told when you're inducted that if there's a fire alarm, you leave the premises. So why they would tell these residents in their homes to stay when there's a fire is beyond belief. You would leave a blazing building. You would not stay in a blazing building.
Right. I'm in Toronto, part of things.
But here's the thing. Okay, so the people on the upper levels of the Grenfell Tower, it is not the fire that kills people. It is smoke inhalation that kills people. People, by the time the burn gets to you, you're dead because your lungs has filled up with the capacity of the smoke. And so if you're on floor, let's say 1 through 10, you have a greater probability to run out that building and not die from inhaling all the smoke. People on the 20th floor, the 15th floor, you're not going to make it down to the ground because the smoke is going to fill your lungs and you're going to die. And then you'll burn from the fire, but you're already dead. And so I live on the 22nd floor, and I'm very clear. If the fire alarm goes off, I'm not trying to get downstairs. I'm not going to make it.
No way.
I'm not going to make it. If it's burning and there is smoke, I'm not going to make it to the ground floor. I'm going on my balcony. I'm staying there until whatever. I'm not even going to try, because
Wow.
like I said, it's not the flame that kills you. It is the smoke.
Okay. Now, hold on a minute. I'm glad you mentioned this point, because in my view, in my opinion, if I was on the 22nd floor, I would have some safety provision in my apartment. For example, I will have the bottle with the mask on so I can breathe oxygen. So if there is a fire, I've got a chart. I'm not waiting. I'm going to run down the stairs and see how far I get. I mean, we don't know. The flame might be.
And remember, it's dark. It's dark
but
in the hall, in the stairwell. Like, so all of these things in consideration. One of my neighbors, actually, her dryer washing machine went up in flames, and she's on the other side of me. And I had to walk up the 22 flights of stairs, and I had to use my flashlight, because guess what? I can't see the steps.
Right. Yes,
so all of these things, like you go in the passageway and there's no fire, it's always lit up. What you don't realize is that the electricity might go out. How are you running down 22 flights of stairs and you can't see?
That's what I mean. I would have an emergency bag. Don't they tell you that? Have an emergency bag so that in the event of, you can run down the stairs with lighting and oxygen so you can get through this, unforeseen.
I think it's easier said than done, because we witnessed when the Grenfell Tower was burning.
Couldn't believe it. I could see it from my window. Could not believe it.
It was horrific. And there were people who did just what Toronto Carolyn said.
Well, they were told to do it though.
Wait a moment, which was to go on their balcony, was to go out. Well, there wasn't even a balcony, I don't think, there, but people were hanging from their windows, and they decided they're going to jump rather than actually, being
burned. Yeah.
Now, the thing is, and I agree with Toronto, because I should have thought before I spoke, in that although you want to leave, depending on what floor you're on, the decision is going to be restricted to what you can do because of the smoke. Smoke is going to rise. It's going to engulf the whole everywhere. There's probably going to be sprinklers on, so it's going to be very wet. There are going to be people with different levels of abilities trying to get down the stairs. It's dark. You're rushing down the stairs. You're falling over each other. It's hot, so the railings are very hot as well. Trying to get downstairs, it will be manic. However, we don't know at what time and how severe, and I can't remember how severe the fire was when it was a light that people were calling and said there's a fire, because it might have just been a little fire in the flat initially, where they could have said, well, you can leave, just leave. If what floor you're on, okay, you're on the 9th floor, the fire's on the 12th floor, guys, leave, but do not use a lift. Get downstairs, don't bring anything with you, just leave as you are.
Toronto's right, the smoke, because I could see it, I couldn't believe it, I could not believe it. In the morning I woke up, I looked out the bathroom window, you could see that building was on fire, the smoke rises to the top. Toronto's right, if you're at the top, you're toast, because that smoke is going to get you first. So unless you got provisions, a little safety kit, you're toast. But a few hours later, I left to go to work, and I'm driving on the A40. In fact, from my house, I could see there was a flame. It looked like a flame up the middle of the building. And when I drove past on the A40 a couple hours later, that flame was still burning. And in my brain, I'm like, I've actually done jobs in that building. It's concrete. And I'm like, how can there be a persistent flame in a concrete building? I was completely like, how does that happen? I was really, really, really confused. I was like, it's concrete. I've been in there. Solid walls, solid floors. Like, but then what dawned on me, everybody's got a gas boiler in it. So when the pipes melt because of the intense heat, the gas is then just blowing. Did anybody turn the gas off? I mean, it's a simple thing, but in the confusion, I mean, did that happen? So now the element just become intensely hot. So it's just raw heat. So anything, doors, oh Lord, I just really, and I'm looking from afar. I didn't get to see people jumping out of the building and all that, which was going on. So them saying stay put, and there's a lot of firefighters there. They were knackered because they couldn't climb up and down those stairs. I saw them outside lying on the floor. They're just knackered. They're dealing with a smoke inhalation themselves. Oh, it was a sad day, but that's not our point. Our point is all these payouts, the firefighters got about 10,000 each, right? And because they sued, and the money had to be, the judge approved money for them. There's like 150 million, a global settlement, 900 cases. I mean, there's all this thing, but what I think, Keith, you was bringing to light was this former council, one person who suffered PTSD following the Grenfell disaster. And she decided, obviously everybody else is suing, so why don't I jump in? And so she does jump in. And this one person gets 4.6 million.
That's correct.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
And I got a picture of on the screen, by the way. So, you know.
Yeah. And the name was, what was her name? Rachel Wright Turner. But so for Rachel Wright Turner, she got PTSD when she was not one of the first, but she was on the scene to help the residents come out of that property. So eventually she couldn't cope with that or whatever at work, and she got signed off. The problem is that when she informed her bosses that she had PTSD, they after a long period, because I think this is going on for about 5-6 years, this case, they turned around and said to her that you didn't tell us that you had these health issues when you took this high profile job, because I think she was an assistant director on 100 and something thousand a year. So when she went off with this sick pay or sick, they turned around and
wait, Michael, you just killed it there. Wait, she was on 110,000 a year.
She was on about 105, 110,000 a year, assistant director. So so she was on good money anyway, but she was off PTSD. And a long story, I don't want to cut it too long because it is a story to talk about, is that while she was off sick, the council chief exec and HR director said, I think they were saying like, you didn't put this down in your application when you applied that you had these ailments, and they fired her in the long run. So they fired her while she was off sick. So she took them to court, the tribunal, and it concludes that the chief exec and the personnel director falsified the documents to say that they gave her this notice beforehand, and she said no, but she must have found the paper trail, and the tribunal found in her favor. That was the first judgment. They found in the lady's favor, Rachel's favor, that yes, the council did conclude or did they got together, banded together, and edited this document. So they said that the chief executive was instrumental in the fraudulent document. So eventually, the chief exec had to step aside on gardening leave while they investigate this. And then the long of it is that Rachel got awarded just recently, within the last 5 days, 6 days, the amount that you just said, 4 point something million. However, we need to bear this in mind. Rachel didn't work at that time for Kensington and Chelsea. She works for Hammersmith and Fulham, which is a neighbouring borough. So the money had indirectly had nothing to do with what happened at Grenfell. She got PTSD because of the work that she did.
Yeah, but that's an extremely large payout for PTSD.
Yeah, but they falsified records.
That's correct.
So that is in HR, they falsified records. And so the compensation is probably based more on slapping them on the hand for saying what you did. And for future organizations, falsify records, you're going to have to pay.
Yeah,
That's really egregious. That's a very egregious act in HR to falsify records.
And plus, and also, let me just add this figure to your mathematics. She was paid 4.6 million. I'm trying to find the rest of the article. They've got a specific date to get that money to her.
Oh, 1 month. Yeah.
I think it's 30 days.
Right.
And if they don't give her the money due to her for this illness and then falsifying records, they have to pay 8% a month interest, which equates to over 300 and something thousand pounds.
Wow.
A month.
A month.
A month. Yes, that's correct, Spice. 8%. Yeah.
9 times. So in 9 months, the money literally doubles.
Correct.
You know,
so some people are saying, I hope that they don't have the money to pay her, and the interest just keeps occurring.
So she gets more money. However, though, I mean, even here, because look, we've got Mandy's up in here, and she talks about Grenfell. She says the stairs are narrow in Grenfell. The sprinklers was not working. The stairs was black with smoke, and people were stepping over dead bodies on the staircase. And that's from survivors themselves and their experiences. So she carries on to say, look, a lot of people in Raw Borough of Kensington and Chelsea suffer with PTSD. It's high in the area. A lot claimed who didn't even live there. Because of course, we all got stressed from what we saw going on. So this woman, Rachel Wright Turner, all right, she's a blonde-haired lady, of the Caucasian race. This woman gets 4.6 million. And those people who literally lived in the building, barely got tuppence halfpenny by comparison. And it's just kind of a slap in the face, isn't it?
Sorry, yes, I understand what you're saying, but for me, I think that if a council has gone out of their way to deliberately manufacture and indoctrinate documentation, and also had the gall to go to court thinking that they will get away with what they've done, because not only have they falsified the documentation, they also got charged with one of the acts in the Disability Acts. So they slapped that on top of them because they disregarded the lady's recognize disability.
Mm.
And them doing that, they felt it warrants, because yes, her kids couldn't go to private school, so she had to take them out because they were accustomed to that living with 100 and something thousand a year. You're accustomed to educate your children. Her marriage broke down. She was nearly repossessed on her house. So and probably living, couldn't afford things because you're not being paid many money. When you get sacked and you got PS, she didn't look for any other work. So and that mentality that she had, she couldn't work at that particular time or for those years. So it's a snowball. So yes, I agree. I have no problems with her receiving that money, because the way that the council brought about this issue. Had they had not did it, she would never have been paid. She would have just been having 100 and something thousand, which directors are on. That's the sort of fee that assistant directors and director fees are on, 90,000, 100,000 a year. But I can see on the flip side about the residents that lost family members, lost their livelihood, and have suffered tremendously with this fire, and still suffering because it's still not being sorted out. I can totally understand their grieving if you're saying that one person got 4.6 and they're still fighting for compensation.
Well, some of them lost family members. Some of them, you know, were thrown out, jumping out the windows, survived maybe, and they're getting pittance and pennies and halfpennies. And here's this woman, Pete. I mean, some of them are like PTSD. Bloody hell. I got a broken leg. My life is permanently changed forever. I'm still fighting to get the little pennies that was due. I mean, look at them. They're saying, this is a recent post. This is January 2024. Grenfell families say fight for justice has parallels with the post office scandal, where they're considered not worthy of receiving anything. They're being brushed aside. Records, I'm sure, have been falsified along the way.
Yeah, I can hear you on that. I can hear you on that totally, because they've suffered greatly. Family deaths, not hundreds, but lots of deaths, and their lives will never be the same again. And then on the flip side, you've got the post office scandal, which, yes, some people committed suicide, some people passed away. They're getting compensation left, right, and centre. And Grenfell had to go to court to fight for this, and still fighting. So yeah, I can see the upset. I can see it.
People are denying responsibility,
Yes.
The cladding people, the robber,
the borough.
They're all denying it. They're only denying, it wasn't us. Of course it was you. And then this woman comes along. She gets 4.6 million. Toronto, your hand is up. She gets 4.6 million.
Yeah, so let's connect the dots a little bit here, right? Previous story, Black women go missing. Nobody cares about looking for them. Grenville was probably predominantly Black and immigrant people. What is the connecting dot? In all of these stories, they are non-white people, and we're never given the same justice, compensation, or respect like white people. Our lives are not valued in the same way, because you speak about that young white woman who in 24 hours, they discovered her body, found the perpetrator, locked them up. And interestingly enough, the phenomenon of Black women and young Black women disappearing is huge in America right now. Do you know how many Black, they just disappeared off the face of the earth, and nobody's doing anything to try. But the moment a little white kid, woman, man disappears, They're on it like white on rice, okay? So we have to be mindful that for the Grenville people, I hope there are people advocating relentlessly on their behalf and calling the government to task. If they can pay this lady X million of dollars, and we're not denying her PTSD and her experience and the trauma and the falsification of records, that's all valid. But the people who were in there will forever live in trauma. It will carry on from generations to generations, and they need to pay the people their money, period.
Thank you for connecting the dots there, Toronto, because this is my point. I smell a huge rat. I mean, and you connected the dots perfectly, because yeah, black people go missing. It's not considered suspicious. Meanwhile, Everard, in a minute, here in the Grenfell Tower, they're all predominantly black and of ethnicity. They're struggling to get a beam, but along comes a white woman with PTSD. 4.6 million in it, minute. For her, just for her. Everybody else had to share the pot, but this woman gets the whole pot and interest. I mean, come on. Come on. Come on. And interest on top, 8% a month. I mean, who can't smell a rat? Come on. It's end of show. Oh, Leisha, you're working hard. Stop. Radio listeners, thank you. We'll be here as we are every week talking to things. This is a clear case. If there's not black representation, all this gets swept under the carpet. That's what happens, gets swept. Shams and Giggles, shamsandgiggles.co.uk. Find us there, find us on Instagram, find us on Facebook, find us everywhere. Lord of mercy. We will keep talking the things, history, news, views, and reviews from a black perspective. Oh my word.